Coke Studio, Season 14.
Music for me really started at a very young age. I was born singing, and I started playing guitar when I was about 9 years old. So when I was around 11, I got my hands on my first computer with a DAW or a software, and that's when I really started producing music for the first time. I kept working on my own music. I kept working on my sound. I made so much material, and then I didn't release it by the time until I was I think 16. And eventually, just I think by word of mouth, by people sharing it on social media, by like some radio stations picking it up, the song just got more and more visibility. I would say my big break was probably with Zulfi. We went through so many different ideas, so many different songs entirely, so many different people to feature on it with me. And so there was just a lot of ideas being thrown around. On the day of the jam, we still felt like there was room for improvement. Atif came in with so many new ideas, and we had to accommodate all of them and really make sure we got the song to a place where everybody was happy with it. And I feel like our sound team and the musicians that we have, under Zulfi and under Sherry Khatak, I feel like they've pioneered this, I feel like, because performing electronic music on this scale really hasn't been done in our industry as far as I can tell. And I think it's really going to set a precedent for performing this kind of music moving forward. It really feels like the completion of a journey here, because Atif really does represent the top of the top, and to see him working in this style that I really have tried so hard over the years to usher in. It's a very, very gratifying feeling. Yeah. I'm personally somebody who's very used to just producing alone in my bedroom, So getting used to sort of Zulfi's natural habitat of being with a band and being in a jam environment, that's been sort of a learning curve for me. He came into this project, really ready to explore new sounds and to explore the sound of the younger generation and to really innovate and experiment. At no point in the process did I feel like I was trying to push something that wasn't going to go through. I feel like all of my ideas were, he was very receptive, and I really give him a lot of credit for being very open-minded and for, in the process also just showing that he's not only able to accept these sorts of sounds, but make these sorts of sounds. I think 3 days ago, my mother said to me, "It's not too late to go to med school." I think it's hard to accept for most families that, you want to do this. Not because of any reason other than just because it is a very tumultuous industry. It is a very difficult career to maintain. But, that said, I didn't think I would make it this far. Within the last couple of years, I've seen this surge of young musicians who are doing so many incredible, radical things, who are far better than I am at what I do, and they're all just sort of now beginning to take over the scene. And it's like, I feel like now the dam has been broken, and I feel like, people generally are much more accepting of, a career in the arts. I feel like that stigma is sort of changing. Coke Studio isn't a completely unattainable thing for you. That as long as you are good at your craft, and as long as you're doing something that, has value, then, you have a shot at breaking onto these sorts of mainstream platforms.